Let's go to the Boxing and Gerson guest line. We're joined by Vernon Davis, former 49er All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end. You can check out his new book, Playing Ball, Life Lessons from My Journey to the Super Bowl and Beyond. Vernon, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, man.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, you played for 3 teams. You played for San Francisco, Washington, and Denver. You won a Super Bowl in Denver. How do you decide who's your favorite among those teams?
I feel like, I feel like a lot of my time was spent with the San Francisco 49ers. And I think going from a young man to a man is really a great experience. One of those experiences that you always remember. But going back home to Washington, D.C. was special for me as well. But I feel like my heart is going to always be with San Francisco for sure.
Wow, Vernon, pleasure to talk to you. I always want to ask a guy like you that's played in multiple Super Bowls what this week is like, and the fact that this game is in Vegas. Vernon, do you think I know it's a business trip, but do you think that makes the task at hand on focusing and staying away from all the stuff per se in Vegas? Do you think it's more difficult because this game's in Nevada?
No, I don't think it's difficult because I feel like when you have a bunch of men who understands the journey and understand that the process of making it to the Super Bowl is something that's few and far between. So you have to really make sure that you put your thinking cap on. You do everything you're supposed to do to be accountable to your teammates, and also know that you can't worry about what's going on the outside. You got to stay focused on everything that we have going on here. Stay off the streets. Be in your room when it's curfew, and know what we have at stake.
Vernon Davis joining us on 95.7 The Game, former 49er All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end. When I look at this 49er team, Vernon, they obviously have a ton of weapons, and they're all kind of getting fed, whether it's Kittle or whether it's McCaffrey, Ayuk, et cetera. But they also seem to have incredible buy-in. It's not necessarily about individual numbers. What's the difference between a team that has buy-in and a team that doesn't? What's the difference?
I think a team that has buy-in has they just have something they're just clicking on all cylinders. You know what I mean? It's just something special about that team. Something that when you walk in the locker room, you feel the presence, you feel the energy of everyone from the team to the upper management organization, and it's all about taking care of business, but at the same time having fun, enjoying the experience, enjoying the moment. But you're taking care of business, and the team that's not working in that manner it's just a lot of the energy's just bad. You can feel it. And I feel like the older we get and the more mature we become, you start to understand the importance of being able to sense and pick up on different energy types.
Vernon, you are a dynamic, big tight end, and both tight ends in this game are dynamic. But one in Travis Kelce, he's asked to do more in the passing game. How would you compare and contrast Kelce and Kittle? Because I tell my partner a lot of time, Kittle could do what Kelce could if he were in that offense, but how do you see these two? How are they different?
Yeah, I feel like one's aggressive, one's passive. You're always going to have aggressive and passive. When I was playing during the time that Antonio Gates was playing, they used to say I was more aggressive, Antonio Gates was more passive. So that's what we were looking at. Kittle is more of he's going to get his hands in the dirt, be more physical when it comes to the running game. He's also going to go out and be a viable target for his quarterback in the passing game. Then you have Travis Kelce, who he's always out. He's always running routes. He's smooth. He's savvy. He can get open when he needs to get open and create mismatches. So that's the difference between the both of them.
Vernon Davis joining us on 95.7 The Game, former 49er All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end. We have two of the best play callers, obviously, in football, in Andy Reid and Kyle Shanahan. Can you explain to me what the difference is maybe between them as play callers, and then if you had an opportunity, which is the coach you would like to play for who's calling plays for you?
I mean, I would love that. I come from the same pedigree. I played under Sean McVay, who comes from the same pedigree as Cal Shanahan. And, I really enjoyed that offense. I felt like it's one of those offenses that when it comes to the tight end, you're really going to get utilized. You're going to get involved in the passing game, but you're also going to do some of the dirty work as well. I think it creates, from a tight end perspective, it creates you as the total package. The total package. I'm not really in it to just be a pass catcher. I'm in it to do all the work so that I can be, I just want to be that selfless player that my team relies on when it comes to playing the game of football.
Vernon, I'm curious to get your answer to this next question because we all know the greatness of Mahomes. Won 2 Super Bowls already. But on the flip side, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, doesn't wear Gucci into the stadium or whatnot. And you got the likes of Cam Newton, other people breaking down, he's just a product of a system. And I'm like, damn, can't he get more credit than that? How would you answer why, or do you even see or hear what I do in regard to Brock? People kind of taking the credit away from him.
I mean, everybody's entitled to an opinion. Cam Newton has his opinion. He can say whatever he wants. I mean, people can say that Cam Newton is a product of a system. I mean, he didn't make the same impact that he did later on in his life than he did, like he did early on. Maybe that's the case. I don't know, but I don't think Brock Purdy is a product of a system. I think Brock Purdy he is the system. He's the system in any offense he plays in, and I say that because of the way when I'm looking at him playing ball, he's dropping back, he's making his reads, he's letting the ball go when it's supposed to, and he's accurate. I mean, he's making accurate throws, and not only is he making accurate throws, his instinct to run the ball versus passing seems to be always be there. Yeah, every great player have their rough games and they're not on track. But what do you do after that? And he showed that. He went out and had bad games and came back and did the unthinkable. I mean, so I'm not going to really say he's the product of the system. I think he's a great quarterback. I mean, he has potential to be one of the greatest quarterbacks, yes, based on how he's playing. You can't put him in that category yet because he's too young. But if he continues to stay on track like this, he can be considered one of the greatest quarterbacks to play over time.
How much, and we're joined by Vernon Davis, former 49er All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end. When you look at Brock Purdy, Vernon, do you kind of project out and say, well, he's not making any money right now, and that's not a knock. He's just not making a lot of money. So 2 or 3 years down the line, when he needs to be paid, he's probably going to have less a weapon or two. Would that scare you at all with Brock Purdy?
I don't think it scared Tom Brady when he had less of a weapon. I think Brock Purdy is one of those guys that, look, if you give him a few players, he's going to go out and make his throws. He's going to complete his targets. He's going to complete every pass. He's going to go through his progression, right? All of his progression. He's going to do everything he was taught to do and beyond. It's going to be up to the organization, the general manager, and the coaches to surround him with the talent that he needs to be successful. Maybe it does. Maybe it never happens. Maybe they keep the wide receivers and they make adjustments on the defensive side of the ball, the offensive line side of the ball. Yeah, there's going to be struggles within every team, every organization, every quarterback is going to always have those. No matter where you play, you're going to have those struggles. But let's see what happens to him when he doesn't have those things that he needs. Can he still excel and make everybody around him better?
Wow, good stuff, Vernon. We're going to get you out of here I'm going to put you on the spot and ask for a prediction. But before I do, my partner and I have a dynamic on this show. Everybody that has a championship ring, I ask them, what do they do? Do they wear it? Because, Vernon, if I had one, I'm wearing it to the family reunion bowling. Before you give us your prediction, how often do you wear your ring?
You know what? I never wear my ring, man. I never wear it. I'm being honest with you. I just never wear it. I don't wear it. I don't.
Wow, Steiny, my partner was right there. How about a prediction for the game Sunday?
I would love to say that the 49ers are going to win this game, but I'm kind of at the fence because I just the way that that Kansas City Chiefs been playing, and then this whole Taylor Swift thing. She's the good luck charm. Yeah, I didn't believe it at first, but now I'm like, man, these guys made it to the Super Bowl, so maybe Taylor Swift is the good luck charm. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I don't know. It's up in the air for me right now.
Hey, Vernon, thank you so much for joining us. Enjoy the game on Sunday, and thanks again, man.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
All right, that's Vernon Davis, former 49er All-Pro and Pro Bowl tight end.